I think it was my essay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Tuesday night, and it is Talks and Tea with me, Tonya Nicole. And we're going to get started right after our intro. So if you are not on, okay, you'd be on if you're listening. So if you're here, say hello. Tell me what you're drinking tonight and get ready because we have some great things to talk about. If you've joined in because of the topic, it's going to be great. And tell me hello in the comments, what you're drinking, where you're from, and we're getting started right after this intro. So, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It is Talks and Tea with me, Tonya Nicole. I see LaShawn is already on. And yes, you are allowed to say she's drinking sangria tonight. She is excited. It is late. And as you all know, we come on together and we are having fun as we just kind of join together and break it down. So, I am finishing up it wasn't tea tonight. I actually drank hot chocolate in one of my holiday mugs that says "Be Merry." And Brianna bought me some white hot chocolate from Starbucks
because we were celebrating.
We're celebrating. So I hope my title didn't throw everybody off too much, but I was so excited because I said, you know what? I don't suck as a parent today. Like, it's official today. Now, tomorrow may be a different story, but today I am winning as a parent. I'm winning.
Well, technically, doesn't that mean you've been winning for the past 3 years because that's what led up to this?
Even longer. Like everything in life, everything that I did.
Do we just want to tell them?
Okay. Guys, guess what? Tell them, Brianna.
I got into Spelman College.
Oh, sorry. I'm knocking you over. So I am so excited. Brianna got into her first choice, my alma mater, Spelman College.
Do you want to sing the?
She told me today, and I started trying to sing the Spelman hymn, and she was like, wait, no, we're not doing that. But I was so excited. I mean, I don't know if I was more excited than she was.
She was definitely more excited than me. Thank you. But she was. Whew. We were both freaking out because, like, I don't know if you know, but you, like, your vibe is contagious. And so, like, when you were just like, ah! I was like, ah!
I mean, this is so exciting because I did go to Spelman. And one thing, and she laughs at me because she's like, no, you didn't. But one thing that I always said I was going to do is I was not going to force my girls to go to Spelman. Now, let me put my disclaimer. I believe Spelman is the absolute best college in the entire universe, period. Fight me. Isn't that what you say at the end of stuff? Like, period, and then fight me? Is that not what you say? Isn't that what you say to say, like,
period, don't at me.
Don't at me?
Don't at. Like, tag me. Don't at me in that.
Okay. All right. Oh, thank you. It was a nice compliment because when I tell you, you could not help but to be excited. The kids came in and they were so excited. Yes, Lisa, it was so exciting. We put so much into it, but I didn't want to force her to go to Spelman. Yes, LaShawn Howard was one of her choices. Like, my requirement for my children was that for undergrad, you are going to an HBCU. It was no question. Like, again, fight me. Is that what you don't at me? I had to get cool with the lingo. But it was really one of those things that was just like, I don't care if you disagree with it. For me, your college career, your college matriculation, that time that you're in college, it was never a question as to what it is for. And that is why I wanted an HBCU experience for all of my children for their foundation going in. And my theory behind it is college is not just about the academics at all. It is about instilling in you and preparing you as a adult in that transition between dependence and independence. College is really that foundation, I think, that really helps you guide you along the way, because you can go anywhere and get a degree. Now, it's best to go to a school that specializes in what you want to do and they enhance it and encourage it. However, for me, a college is about more than a degree. It is about that experience and that foundation beyond. And I told her at the end of the day, I think I said that twice, but still, if your degree falls through, if you don't get a job from your degree, if your degree ends up not helping you for whatever reason, the difference between going to school just for a degree and going to a school that is going to enhance you as a person is that even if that degree falls through for a moment, you have skills and all of these things to build upon outside of the degree. So I have fallen on my butt numerous times, flat on my face. But
on your butt or on your face?
Both. Like, ouch. Oh.
Oh, that made more sense. I don't know what I was doing. I thought it was just like a little lay on the side type thing.
But I have hit numerous roadblocks in things not working out necessarily with my degree, but the foundation that Spelman laid to persevere, to be a phenomenal person, to keep going, and to have that drive and that mindset and to go after what I can dream. That has allowed me to go so much further than I could have ever imagined. So yes, Lisa, Spelman is better in the entire universe.
Period.
Miss Jalamir said congratulations.
Thank you, Miss Jalamir. I love you.
And yes, LaShawn, you are right. She can go to the Mecca for grad school. She has an aunt who went to Spelman undergrad and Howard for graduate. So that is awesome. I wanted that too. Both of mine are at PWIs. They would not even consider an HBCU.
Sucks to suck.
See, for mine, it wasn't even a question. Like, I figure to me, it was people have their legacies and they have their requirements. And for me, it is, you're going to an HBCU. Now, I don't believe that every HBCU is for every person. You have to choose the one that is for you, but it is phenomenal. My friend, and I feel like I've said this before, but my friend Jadanya Butler, Spelman grad, class of 2001. She is an awesome judge right now. And her philosophy, I go around and I say it all the time because she says Spelman is, you can get a nice suit anywhere, right? You can go to Nordstrom's, you can go to Saks Fifth Avenue, and you can get a really nice suit. That's how a lot of schools are. Spelman is like a tailor-made suit. It is made to your specifications and your dynamics and everything to who you are, like a tailor-made suit. And that's what Spelman is. And I am so excited.
I'm gonna get a tailor-made suit, y'all.
She's about to be tailor-made. LaShawn says, I let them get a pass because they are both on college sports teams and they went where the offer was made. Ironically enough, I was on a presentation. I did a talk on the Soul Purpose show maybe about a month or so ago. And that's exactly what we talked about, why our HBCUs aren't as big into sports. And so really when it comes down to it, because a lot of places, HBCUs and a lot of students are now choosing HBCUs for sports, but it only came as of the last couple of years where they're really starting to shift because HBCUs are starting to do a little bit more for athletes. But I do think that is one of the challenges that HBCUs definitely do have of not supporting our athletes and not giving as much money away. So
yeah. I agree.
All right. So, Brianna, do you have anything to say? Because I am on cloud 1,000. What would you like to share to everyone? The theme is today, I don't suck as a mom.
You don't suck as a mom. I could have told you that.
But today, I really don't.
I don't know. She's pretty much said it all. She said everything that she's been repeating to me for the past 17 years. Almost 18 years. Whoop, whoop. My birthday's in a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Hey. Just closer and closer to that first day at Spelman. You can ask her. I have been counting down my first day at Spelman since I think I started the countdown in 6th grade. You can go back to my old journals and they will say there is 600 and so days left until my first day at Spelman College. And my mom would say, don't say that. You're gonna leave me. You don't want to leave me. And it was just yesterday when a couple days ago when I started the countdown. 8 days till I find out if I start Spelman in 235 days. 7 days till I find out if I start Spelman in 234 days. And it's just so real. I haven't even written in my journal yet if I actually got in, So my future self is anticipating whether or not I attend or not. They will be there.
So LaShawn says you're so awesome. She loves you. James, he's one of the guys I went to high school with him, and we did oratorical contests together. And he says he's so happy for us. He was supposed to go to Morehouse, but he chose not to.
Hi, Mr. James.
I called you out.
Thank you guys so much. That means a lot.
He said, thank you, James. I really appreciate that. And most days I'm very humble and I'm like, I do the best I can. Today, I don't suck as a parent.
You're killing it, sis.
Thank you. And I say that and I get very excited because thank you so much, James. It doesn't matter. You have those days in parenting where it's just like, oh, please God, don't let my kids grow up completely screwed up. I pray that prayer quite often. And then you have those days where it's just like, I'm doing it.
I did that.
And today, not as if it's only me, but the idea of hard work pays off. And I had some people that came and they were like, well, of course she was getting in. It was not, of course. Do I think she has all of the things that it takes to make it into where she wants to go and be successful? Heck yeah. However, you never know. I'm very spiritual in God puts you where you're supposed to be. And you never know if where you're going is always the right path where God wants you to be. So there's always that chance that you're going to be told no, or that God is going to place you somewhere else. And I'm so excited that what she dreamed, what she worked hard for was a yes. Like she got accepted into.
Okay, I do want to clarify something.
Oh,
so,
because I'm getting excited.
Yeah, but I did want to, it is coming across as in like she's pushing her dream onto me. That's not the case at all. And I got accepted and I've had a couple of people say, well, you didn't have to do that. Or you don't have to do this just because your mom did it. I'm not doing it because my mom did it. I'm doing it because Spelman's the best of the best. Duh. Now, yes, I may have been brainwashed, but I'm pretty sure statistics don't lie. Spelman is the number 1 HBCU in the United States of America.
The number 1 school.
That's the brainwashing part. And I have seen nothing but success come out of it. So it's my choice. I think I could strive at other schools if I wanted to, but I think one of my greatest fears is not knowing what's going to happen next or the unknown. And I am very familiar with Spelman because I've been there every year for my entire life. Now, she says otherwise, but I do not remember a year going by without me walking on the campus at least once. Um, and so I don't know. It's just I know about Spelman, and so because I am so familiar with it, and because the statistics don't lie, and because I've seen nothing but success come from it, and because people keep giving back to it because they know that it's so awesome, that's why I'm going, not because my mom told me to go.
And I think that's very important. I mean, like she said, there has never been a day in this house that I would say Spelman was not amazing. Like, I wasn't walking around saying every day it's amazing, but I also wasn't contradicting that with something negative about Spelman. My closest friends came from Spelman.
Shout out to Aunt Keisha.
Keisha, Aunt Tamara, Aunt Deanna, Joni, like the whole brand, Aunt Tiffany.
Auntie Tiff.
And there's so many more, but my closest friends came from Spelman College. Tamara, like, don't let me forget Tamara.
Like,
Tamara, don't do that. I know,
Tamara?
because Tamara's automatic. Oh my goodness.
We'd never forget her. She's number one.
Exactly. The background, the foundation, and even my Morehouse brothers. Like, when I found out today, I'm sending out messages to those people. And it's a support group and a network that it's unlike any other. And I don't know how to not live that every day. So we've gone on numerous trips where someone from either Spelman or Morehouse has looked out for us for something. You go around, I mean, she has seen it. If you have a license tag and it says Spelman alumna,
hey sis,
it is honk the horn, wave you down. We have all these different Spelman groups throughout everything. And I'm specifically talking about Spelman, but it's just that community that we have. And it's a community of sisterhood. I mean, I've run across some people with the Spelman tag, taken a picture of it, put it in the Spelman moms community. And I'm like, who is this sister? Like, let's connect. But we connect. You walk and you see somebody. I mean, I've been stopped. Somebody in Walmart was like, hey, I see your tag. You're my sister. Like, what do we need to do for each other? And it's awesome. It's not a phoniness. It's so genuine. And that has been what I live every day.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that it starts early. The vibe that Spelman gives off is so known by everyone. It's so contagious. And my mom has said before, Spelman itself is like a sorority. And I get that now because last year I had gone on this junior preview day for attending Spelman, and we were separated according to what majors we wanted, and I made a good group of friends of girls, and we had a group chat, and we called each other Spelman sisters. And when I tell you, it's just like a vibe. Like, I already feel connected to them. And so far, I think I'm the only one that has gotten an acceptance letter. But I pray that all of them get accepted because I don't know. All of them are manifesting success through this HBCU. And it's just like awesome. Like, I wish success on anyone who puts Spelman as their first choice. And I posted on my Instagram that I had gotten in, and if you tag Spelman administration, then they repost it. And I've gotten like 3 new followers of people saying, hey, I'm class of 25 as well. Crazy story. We went on a cruise.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, New Year's cruise back in 2017. It was going into the 2018 year. And we were part of the Circle C, those kid groups things. And
I think it was even further back than that, though.
Really?
I do.
It might have been 2016, 2017. No, I think it was 2017, 2018.
Okay.
And we had a group of kids around my age. I think I was part of the older group, but it doesn't matter because we all just clicked. We spent the entire night on the roof of the ship. We ate ice cream. We went to go get pizza. We made fun of like people in costumes. It was just, we were vibing the entire night. And so a lot of us shared each other's Instagram. And we completely forgot about it. Well, today, for some reason, her Instagram popped up on my page, and it said Spelman class of 25. And so I DM'd her, and I was like, hey, I don't know if you remember me. We were on a cruise ship a couple years ago, a New Year's cruise ship a couple years ago, and I just wanted to let you know I'm class of 25 now as well. And she was like, I do remember you. Bro, we're sisters. And I was just like, this is crazy. I think that's like pretty awesome, like a small world.
That is such a small world. And that is how it is. And I wish, the excitement. I feel like colleges, you got to go to the college before you go. You got to visit, you got to feel it. And when you feel it and it's inside of you, like she could have gone anywhere. I wanted her to go where she wanted to go. I wanted her to feel this joy and excitement. I was in there talking to my other two children, and I was like, I wonder if I would be if I'm going to be this happy when Evan gets into Tuskegee. And then I was like, yes, because he's been dreaming about it for so long. Or when Grace gets into Spelman. I mean, we started her young. Like Brianna was not, I didn't tell her, hey, you're going to Spelman, right? But Grace is like, we're not even, forget the choice. You're going to Spelman.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's not like no other choice, but it's
Right.
just like, what are you thinking? Why are you thinking otherwise? Like, what other valid reason? Convince me otherwise.
But here's the funny thing. I made her apply to, not that she wasn't open to it, but I was like, pick your top 5. I really said top 3, but pick your top 5, top 3. And I was like, make sure all of these ones that you are applying to, you can see yourself there. If you choose for whatever reason not to go to Spelman, which that's not the case, but apply somewhere where you can see yourself. And I feel like a lot of times people might apply where they don't see themselves. But this girl has worked hard over her years, and she has worked hard to have the option to go where she wants to go. And God blessed her to be able to do this. Dion, one of my Spelman sisters, says, congratulations, Brianna, with 2 N's. I'm so excited and happy for you.
You think she's known me all my life and she know how to spell my name, but it is what it is.
We got to pick on you, Dion.
I'm just kidding, Aunt Dion. I absolutely love you, and I can't wait to carry on the legacy. Was she in HH as well?
No, unfortunately, she was in Abbey as her freshman dorm, but we'll forgive her for that. The legacy of an HBCU. So for you all who are joining us, I told you at the very beginning, my rule in my house is for undergrad, you will go to an HBCU. I have to leave the pause. Okay. And then from there, the legacy of an HBCU, I mean, there's just a difference. It's a different caliber of person. And I don't just say Black person, because there is so much diversity that people don't realize are in HBCUs. And these HBCUs, they produce phenomenal professional people that go on to just completely rule the world. You look at the work that Stacey Abrams has done in this recent election. I mean, she's a bad sister, and I mean bad as in good. She's a Spelman alum. Okay, there is a legacy that comes forth, and I don't know why she is the one who came to my mind. But then you look at our MVP. She is a Howard alum, and look at what she's done. She has changed the face of the United States as we know it by being groundbreaking in
MVP.
Yes, Madam Vice President.
Oh! I thought I was
Kamala.
I thought it was just MVP, and I was just like, who's an MVP? What's an MVP?
Oh no, we call her the MVP because she's Madam Vice President
and the most valuable player.
Yes, and the most valuable player. Yes, Kimberly, she is my twin. She said congratulations and HH beta. But the joys, I mean, I hear so many different people that went to HBCUs, and they talk about their freshman dorms. They talk about what they learn and the camaraderie that comes amongst that. And it's not a hatred amongst one another. So I have love for HBCUs, period.
We have an HBCU wall, and it's not just Spelman and Tuskegee up there.
Yes, it is an full HBCU wall. I love HBCUs. I will sing them from the rooftops. HBCUs. What should I sing? HBCUs from the rooftops.
From the rooftops.
But it is because of what they were designed for and what they do. So they came at a time They were created at a time, yes, when Black people could not get an education at the predominantly white institutions that others were able to. And so they were designed to educate Black people. And a lot of times, what you see, um, people are growing in the education, but there are a lot of people that are still limited in their view of what a HBCU is. I have heard the idea of it is not practical. I have heard the idea of it's not reality. You're sheltering them and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to promote the negativity.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard some really
I've heard some crazy things. But why
from
would
Black people?
Yes, you hear it from Black people, white people, purple and green. And the crazy thing is, it reflects a limited knowledge when you put forth negativity about a place that was designed for you. The United States education system across the board was not designed for people of color to learn. HBCUs were designed specifically for you. They were designed for you to be successful, for you to be educated. And when you go in there, and I prefer smaller ones, but when you go into these schools, they pour into you to excel. That's why so many people, when you see other HBCUs supporting those HBCUs that may not have the funding or may be on the brink of losing accreditation, you will see HBCU alum come out the woodworks because the value of what they do, the history and the legacy of what they have and how they pour into you. I mean, I'm not trying to preach to y'all, but an HBCU is unlike any other. Your hand is raised.
I can't wait to sound like that. That's going to be cool.
Kimberly says, my entire family graduated from HBCUs without coercion. We all could see ourselves there. Xavier, CAU, and Spelman. Exactly. And it was so funny because my mom never preached HBCUs, but I went to Spelman. My brother went to Morehouse. My mom went to Bennett. All of her sisters went to Bennett. One of her brothers went to A&T. I think the other three did go to PWIs, but it was never a question about that history and that legacy. And some people don't get it from home. And that is the joy that you can do in getting it from your HBCU. I love talking all things HBCU. I love talking all things kids.
All things me.
Especially my kids.
Especially me. It's okay, guys. I think we should acknowledge now that I'm her favorite child. Who have you seen the most? And who has she argued with the least when she's been on here? I just like to acknowledge the fact
that's because Grace doesn't stop moving.
Therefore, I'm your favorite.
Okay.
And I look like you. Who are you to not love yourself? Love your enemy like you love yourself. And if you love me, you love yourself. So if you love yourself pretty darn much, then you love me the most.
Okay, so we're going to end before I start questioning whether or not I might be missing a few screws in the parenting game. But I wanted to come on, like I had this whole talk to share, but I wanted to come on and share this because this was amazing. And I'm going to tell you, coming in 2021, I'm going to be having some conversations that are a little more controversial as we look into parenting, and maybe not even so much controversial as I want to talk about some hard issues that face us as parents, face us as women, as people, and even face us as people of color. Because it's time for us we use this year, and this year really did change the dynamics of how things were for us. And I want to see us not just be complacent with these changes, but to really see how do we further those change? How do we grow from that change? And talking about it and starting the conversation is a great way to start. So I wanted to take a moment and share with you all the reason why for today, I don't suck as a parent. Now, tomorrow, I can't guarantee, but today, I don't suck as a parent. I encourage you all to take a moment and think about when you don't suck as a parent. Give yourself one moment. Praise yourself for doing something awesome. You may not like the word suck, so replace it with whatever words you want to. But the goal of it is praise yourself for a moment, for you to realize that you are an amazing parent and your children may not be perfect. Neither are you. But when you can find that moment where you don't suck as a parent, you can celebrate. And today I celebrate. My name is Tonya Nicole, and I am the founder of Bridge Every Gap Institute. I help parents stop breaking down and start breaking through to bridge the gaps that divide parents and children for stronger relationships, greater relevance, and next level results. This has been Talks and Tea with me, Tonya Nicole.
And Brianna Fuel.
Peace.
I should do the Spellman thing. This is
We didn't do that.
because I'm a Spellman sister now.
But we didn't do that. Like, I didn't learn that.
It's a thing now.
It's
You're just old.
No argument.